Hi, my name is Amber. Welcome back to my channel, Books and Beaches. So it is time for another book haul. I did some damage today shopping with a few of my friends and my cousin, and I've just had a few other books come in recently from all kinds of different places actually. So I thought, why not share it with you today? So let's just jump in and get started because there's a decent amount of books right here. So, this first one, where did I end up picking this one up? Oh, so a couple weeks ago, my cousin and I we wanted to check out some new bookstores. So we drove up to Green Bay, which is like, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes away from where I live. And we just checked out a few new bookstores, some really cute places. And yeah, just did what we normally do and buy some books. So, I think this was Lion's Mouth Bookstore, so this is up in Green Bay. So I picked up Diane Chamberlain's Pretending to Dance. I had never heard of this one before, but I've liked things that I've read by Diane Chamberlain before. So this says, Molly Arnett is very good at keeping secrets. She and her husband live in San Diego where they hope to soon adopt a baby, but the process terrifies her. It says she's worried that the truth she's kept hidden about her North Carolina childhood will rise to the surface and destroy not only her chance at adoption, but also her marriage. So I don't want to know too much more, but I have really enjoyed things I've read by Diane Chamberlain in the past. I kind of noticed she's got like a North Carolina thing going on, so wanted to pick that one up. And the cool thing about Lion's Mouth is they have both new and used books. And I believe they told us they even buy back books, like for a good price. So I might have to try that because I do have a bunch of books that if they're not moving on my Pango, I may have to take somewhere else. So, because you can only store so many books at a time. So, this next stack of books, I have a tendency to enter a lot of really random giveaways. Sometimes I don't even remember why, or where, or how, whether I saw them on Facebook, or Book Riot emails that I get, or Instagram, who knows? I always make sure they're legit. I'm not just like entering random stuff, but I happened to win. I believe these were coming from Book Riot, just like a stack of books, one of which I've already given away, and because I already had a copy of it. It was The Cousins by Jennifer Goodman, so I did give that one away because I already owned it. And then I believe I got an Allie Hazelwood book, and I did give that away to my book club as well because I just knew that wasn't going to read that, but the rest of these pile of books are from that giveaway one. So the first one is Queen Bee by Emily Howard. My light's washing it out, but it's what you get for filming with natural light today. And it says, Lady Ella Davali knows the exact day her life was forever changed. The 5th of June in 1814, when her best friend Poppy betrayed her without a qualm over a boy, Lord Keston Osborne, heir to the Duke of Hairbridge. She was sent away in disgrace, her reputation ruined. So looks like it's nearly 3 years later. She is consumed with bitterness and a strong desire for revenge. So I think it's going to be a little bit YA, but I'm okay with some YA, and it sounded interesting, so I had to keep it. This one I'm actually pretty excited because I just saw someone review this on TikTok and they said that they loved it, and that is Quietly Hostile by Samantha Irby. I feel like I might have seen this book somewhere. Can't remember where, but then once I saw it on TikTok, I was like, okay, I'll keep that one. But it is a bunch of essays, and let's see. It says, I guess it's supposed to be super funny. But yeah, I'm not sure too much about it. Just, yeah, I don't know what to expect, but I've heard it is very funny, so had to keep that. This one is Undercooked, How I Let Food Become My Life Navigator and How Maybe That's a Dumb Way to Live. Ooh, it's being really washed out by my lights there. By Dan Adut? I don't know. But it says, when most people say they have an unhealthy relationship with food, they mean they eat too much of it or too little. When I say I have an unhealthy relationship with food, I mean it's what gives my life meaning. That's a really dumb way to live your life, as the stories in this book will attest to. So I thought it sounded like a really unique perspective, and I don't know. It sounded interesting. I think, should you take a tally of how many times I say something sounds interesting? But, and then the last book that came with that is Silver Nitrate. This is by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I have another book by her somewhere back here. Oh, Mexican Gothic. It's right there on the cover. This one says it's going to be a fabulous meld of Mexican horror movies and Nazi occultism. A dark thriller about the curse that haunts a legendary lost film and awakens one woman's hidden powers. So, I have not read Mexican Gothic yet, and I think I've heard mixed reviews about it, but I'm willing to give this a chance, so. And who doesn't love a giveaway book? So, the next two were my October Book of the Month picks. I've already talked about one pretty lengthy, and that is When I'm Dead by Hannah Morrissey. This came out on Halloween, I believe, which I think I said wrong in my new releases video. But this is the third book in the Black Harbor series, which I don't think you have to read them in order. I plan on it. I've already read Hello Transcriber. I need to read The Widowmaker, but then this will be book 3. I also have the audio, I believe, from NetGalley. So, but it says one girl murdered, another one missing, and a medical examiner desperately searching for the truth in the latest Black Harbor mystery. So, that's all I need to know. But I know I'm going to pick it up, and Hannah Morrissey is a Wisconsin author, which I think is awesome, so happy to pick that one up. And then this one I knew I had to have. I think this was an add-on choice, and I was sure not to miss it, and that is Jennifer McMahon's My Darling Girl. I have enjoyed pretty much everything that I've read by Jennifer McMahon. There's always kind of a spooky element to it, so I knew I wanted to pick this one up. And it says Allison O'Connor has a picture perfect family life in small town Vermont with her husband Mark and their 2 daughters, the rebellious teenage Izzy and precocious elementary schooler Olivia. Everyone is busily putting up holiday decorations around the house when Allison gets the call. Her estranged mother has been diagnosed with cancer and only has weeks to live. She wants to spend her remaining time with her family. But her mom was an alcoholic and violent and abusive, and she doesn't want to kind of go through that, but she's hoping that they can heal. And let's see, but mysterious and increasingly terrified things start to happen. So I don't want to read too much more, but I mean, dark and messed up. There's a reason I follow Audrey's recommendations always. So, and then these last couple I actually just picked up today. Like I said, I had kind of a fun little day with a couple of my friends, and I have even yet to peel the stickers off of these. So that tells you how excited I was to film this video. So on clearance, I found Room, and this is by Emma Donoghue. I have not read this yet. Both my friend Lindsay and my cousin Amanda were shocked that I haven't picked this up yet. But once I kind of read the description, I kind of at least remember hearing about it. It says, to 5-year-old Jack, Room is the world. It's where he was born. It's where he and his ma eat, sleep, play, and learn. At night, ma shuts him safely in the wardrobe where Jack is meant to be asleep when old Nick visits. So I want to say this is like a hostage kind of situation. Anyways, I'm probably getting that slightly wrong, but for $3, I had to have it because they said it was really good. Another one, let's see if I can try to get this sticker off before I hold it up. No, because it just doesn't want to come off, so whatever. But this is Geneva Rose's One of Us is Dead. I feel like I might have had this one somewhere. Kindle Unlimited maybe, but I wanted to pick it up because it looks in like amazing condition, and it was like on the brand new buys table. So I am hit or miss with Geneva Rose. I loved The Perfect Marriage. I know Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library is rolling her eyes at me right now. But I loved that one. I was not a huge fan of You Shouldn't Have Come Here because I thought that one was very weird. But I do want to pick up everything else, and this is one of them. So had to pick that one up today. This one says, sometimes friendship can be deadly. Meet the women of Buckhead, a place of expensive cars, huge houses, and competitive friendships. They list off 4 friends, and it says, who amongst these women will be clever enough to survive Buckhead, and who will wind up dead? They say that friendships can be complex, but no one said it could ever be this deadly. So, sounds great. Another book that I have been searching for so long, and Could I have easily found it in other places? Yes, of course I could. I'm just trying to see if I can peel the sticker off of this one. One thing I do have to commend Half Price Books for is they make their stickers super easy to come off. I have already read this book, but this is a book I want to have in my library to be able to loan out to people because I think it's phenomenal. And that is Drowning by T.J. Newman. I already have Falling. It's around here somewhere. And this book is just as good. A plane crash in Hawaii, multiple different perspectives. This would make a fabulous movie. The only thing I would say is if you're planning on traveling anytime soon on an airplane, don't pick it up. But other than that, if you want like a super quick, devourable thriller, not even thriller, just like suspense, this would be it. So, and I'm pretty sure at the end it even made me cry. So there's that. The next book I picked up, if you're part of my book club, close your ears. Just kidding. I'm going to hold up the back real quick. And so this is a book I picked up for my book club. In December, we do a book exchange. And so we wrap up a book, kind of put a quick description on it, and do some sort of game or whatever to, you know, get our book. That so everyone brings one book, obviously, and that's just the way it goes. So I know some of my people in my book club watch my channel, so I do not want to reveal what book this is, but I think it'll be one that everyone is very pleased with, and you might even be surprised that I bring it. So, and then the final two books came from a really sweet, like, independent bookstore in the town that I live in, and I can't help but like support a small independent. So first one I picked up is Outside, and this is by Ragnar Jonassen. Audrey, you gotta correct me on this one. I know you know how to pronounce this author's name better than I do, but this one sounded super interesting. I hadn't heard of this one before. I don't think this was one of the ones that Audrey has talked about before. Maybe she has. I don't remember. But this one says 4 friends, 1 night, not everybody will come out alive. And I think it's like, you know, deadly snowstorm. It says they are isolated, but they're not alone, and whether they will survive till morning, you know, it's still to be determined. So I had to pick it up. It sounded really good. And I know, like I said, Audrey has liked that author before. And then finally, they have a really unique thing at this bookstore that we stopped at. They rent out new books, similar to a library, but, you know, like you're automatically knowing you're going to get it because it's on their shelves. And so I think they rent it like for $5 for 2 weeks or something, or you can buy them. And if you're buying the ones that they rent out, you get, I think, 25% off of the cover price or something, which I just think is kind of a unique thing. So I picked up this gorgeous cover, and this is Heather Morris's Sisters Under the Rising Sun. I have read a lot of what Heather Morris has put out, I believe. And of course, if you ask me now, I would not remember. Oh, The Tattooist of Auschwitz. All 3 of them. That's Heather Morris. So I knew I wanted to pick this one up, and I know this is historical fiction, but this is historical fiction, but this cover screams Amber from Books and Beaches, does it not? So, if I remember right, this is a novel of resilience and survival in the midst of World War II. So I don't want to know too much more. I think we're going to have, it says a musician, a nurse, and Singapore. I did read a book last year, When We Had Wings, by a couple different authors, that was based in like the South Pacific and that part of World War II, and I really liked it. So I think this one, it says it's going to be a story of women in war, a novel of sisterhood, bravery, and friendship in the darkest of circumstances. So I knew I had to have this one, and it's been on my list for a while. I knew when it just came out earlier this year, so had to pick that one up. So those are all of the books that I picked up recently. Let me know if any of them sound good to you. What are you currently reading? What have you picked up recently? Let me know in the comments below. I always like to see what you all have to say and kind of get your feedback. So as always, if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.